So in this segment, I've seen these two crappy Express articles about the ERG sort of challenging the EU over its legal action, also the UK's kind of defence of its unilateral actions, which is this is great stuff here. This is the stuff you want, to be honest. And also this article about MPs telling the EU that the world is watching them and the way they badly treated the EU. So this is hilarious. So this is the news, which is that the ERG are challenging the legal action. So the news comes after a Eurosceptic group of Tory backbenchers announced that they will strongly push back on the EU's legal action against the UK over its decision to delay checks on goods coming in from Northern Ireland. So the ERG are very angry and they're strongly going to push back against the EU's legal action. But what does that mean? Absolutely nothing. The ERG flocked to support a motion regretting the prospect of legal action from Brussels, which will be debated in the Commons. In March, the bloc announced it was launching twin-track legal action against its former member state because it had failed to implement post-Brexit checks on shipments arriving in the province from Great Britain. So the EU absolutely in the right to do legal action. No one can challenge that, really. But the ERG is saying, oh, it's not fair, is it? And the UK shouldn't be having to deal with this. Unruly neighbours, despite the fact that everything we kind of accuse the EU of, we are. The government argued the decision to waive checks was lawful and part of a progressive and good faith implementation of the Northern Ireland Protocol. Well, if that's the case, pal, you got nothing to worry about when this thing goes to court. Unless, of course, you do, because that's one of the most pathetic arguments I've ever heard. That's some Rudy Giuliani levels of arguments here. Passions will be running high in the House of Commons today when senior Conservative Sir Bernard Jenkin, that absolute fraud we've talked about in the past, leads a debate on the protocol on a motion regretting the legal action. The motion is signed mostly by ERG people and is more or less in line with the government's position, which is that we regret the EU has taken legal action against us. Okay then. Don't do unilateral actions then. Come on, dude. In backing the motion, the ERG are keen to tell the international community that Britain feels unfairly treated by the world's largest trading bloc. Bro, we signed up to an agreement. We reneged on that agreement. We took unilateral action. We're facing legal action. And the best you can come up with, we feel like we've been unfairly treated. Ridiculous. Yesterday's cabinet officials accused the EU of dumping more than 800 new pieces of regulation upon Northern Ireland without notice in a move criticised by Lord Frost. But the thing is, all EU legislation is voted on by the EU Parliament, which is televised. You can watch them debate this stuff and vote on this stuff on the TV. It's on the TV, pal. You can watch this on the TV. Bro, what are you talking about? And also the fact that the EU is a massive trading bloc, obviously it's going to pass massive rules in a go when it does. Because you get, even in the UK, when a piece of, legislation is put out, or sort of regulation is put out, it has massive bits of rules in it. So again, I don't know why Frost is so surprised, unless the fact that he's trying to play the, oh, I'm so stupid, pity me, don't cry for me, I'm already dead kind of defence, because dumping, they voted on, just like our Parliament votes on legislation. It's on the TV, pal. Brexit ministers told peers that the development showed the bloc was failing to take seriously that it was making laws for another territory after Brexit. A territory that exists within the EU's customs union for goods, not the UK's, because we sacrificed it to get Brexit. So we tribute summoned it, and now we're getting mad at the results. The UK is complaining about Gibraltar as well, which we'll talk about another day, hopefully. Frost's comments come after the Cabinet Office said Brussels sprung an update on it. More than 600 new measures impacting Northern Ireland had been adopted by the bloc in the past 3 months, with a further 200 in the pipeline. So you're talking about, 200 new kind of measures, bits of, rules, essentially, that have been voted on each month. Why don't you watch the EU Parliament to see what they're debating, and then you'll know what's going to impact you? Come on, pal. Also, this article kind of links into that one. This one may be funnier, I don't know, which is the world is watching. Brexiteers send final warning to EU vowing action will be taken. So Conservative and DUP politicians lined up to criticise Brussels for its implementation of the protocol. There's that big buzzword, implementation. Once again, they're not attacking the Northern Ireland Protocol itself, the agreement. They're saying, oh, it's the way it's been implemented, that's the problem, meh. When we know that's not the case. The UK doesn't have the staff or the facilities, hence why we're running into problems. I'm repeating myself on every other video at this point. Oh, hello, that's an interesting one. Let's have a look at that one another time. Veteran Eurosceptic and former Tory frontbencher Sir Bernard Jenkins, I swear to God, if I keep hearing this man's name, I'm going to end up punching the screen, led the MPs in criticising the European Commission. Unionists have been left angered at the bureaucracy and red tape introduced by the Northern Ireland Protocol. Well, that's what happens when you become a third country body and you sacrifice your part of your country to get the Brexit deal you wanted. They say the mechanism introduced at the end of the EU transition period as part of the withdrawal agreement is causing unacceptable friction in trade between GB and Northern Ireland. Well, what I would say is to those companies that still have their supply lines going from GB to NI is get them out of GB. It is not hard. Start moving. You need to be Oscar Mike at this point. Brexit Minister Frost had warned the EU he will be forced to invoke Article 16, a legal procedure to end the protocol unless Brussels shows more pragmatism. Obviously, we know now that Frost has set out his stall, which is that he wants to get rid of he wants the protocol to be renegotiated or gotten rid of. Basically, the UK is saying renegotiate or we scrap the thing. That's what's happening here. Warning Brussels not to play hardball. Jenkins told. Little Bernard told the Commons the world is watching how the EU is dealing with the United Kingdom. Yeah, they're seeing a country trying to bully another, an institution and getting absolutely battered in the process. We're the bad guys here. We're not the heroes. We are the villains. That's why Joe Biden was warning the UK over keeping its commitment to the Northern Ireland Protocol. He didn't warn the EU as such. He warned the UK. Why? Because we're the bad guys here. It's not hard. The UK will offer agreement on what the problems are and how they must be resolved. We've already spoken about that, and most people that watch these videos will know what's happened. Together, the EU and the UK can look forward for common ground about how to do so. It's not so common. It's only from one side, and that's from the UK. Otherwise, the rest of the world will see that the grounds for invoking Article 16 have already been met and action will have to be taken. The world is not seeing that. They're seeing the UK act like absolute mugs and renege on a deal that we agreed to, and that's only been implemented for less than 8 months. That's what they're going to see, buddy. Unless they need glasses, obviously. Like yourself, obviously you need thicker lenses. Also speaking during the debate, DUP leader Sir Geoffrey Donaldson said the protocol has been socially disruptive, economically ruinous and politically disastrous for Northern Ireland. We've already spoken about how there are business opportunities now for Northern Ireland, but the DUP don't want to take them. Okay, that's on you, Chief, but your party's going to get voted out from the majority next year. In 2 years when you have the elections anyways. I think it's next year actually they have elections. Donaldson told MPs the protocol represents the greatest ever threat to the economic integrity of the United Kingdom. I would argue the pandemic has done that. Also, maybe World War II was a greater threat to the economic integrity of the UK. I don't know. The rigorous implementation, again, some more buzzwords of the protocol that some anti-Brexit parties in Northern Ireland have called for would be bad for consumers and bad for business. Well, why'd you vote for the Northern Ireland Protocol if that's the case? Maybe you didn't know what you were voting for, Mr. Jenkins, sir. In the Commons this afternoon, Big Jeff, he didn't vote for the protocol. It was the other dude. No, it was Bernard Jenkins. He voted for the protocol. I'm thinking of Donaldson. I've confused them. In the Commons, Geoffrey Donaldson repeated the need for the protocol in its current form to be scrapped and said the UK government's plans for the future trading agreement cannot come too soon. Well, they're here and they're not going to be agreed to. There's some nice arrows, a diagram, if you want to pause it and have a look. I think it's fair to say that there are probably 20 or more different strands to the outstanding problems. Some of them are quite fundamental. Is it the bit where we got rid of Northern Ireland and it's part of the EU's customs union? Is that one of the fundamental problems? Because the UK actively sought to do that. We turned the backstop into a front stop. Bro, you're going to make me start posting old clips at this point because this is just such a joke. There's quite a long list of those, blah, blah, blah. Speaking to peers on the subcommittee, the minister accused the EU of refusing to engage with the UK in its attempts to find a solution. Now, the EU have offered the solution, which is an SPS agreement. The UK have said no. So, again, the solution is there. You're choosing not to take it. That's up to you, bruv. Well, my man's looking red. Former Conservative leader Duncan Smith warned the EU in today's debate, the debate at the time, not to assume the government was bluffing with its vow to take action to protect the integrity of the UK. He said sometimes there's a view taken in the EU or even in Ireland that somehow the rest of the UK hasn't really any regard for the status of Northern Ireland. Stop you right there, pal. The people in the UK, in Great Britain, didn't care about the status of Northern Ireland. Otherwise, we never would have voted for the Northern Ireland Protocol. We would have kept Theresa May's withdrawal agreement, which kept the entirety of the UK in the EU single market and customs union. We didn't do that. We are the ones who separated Northern Ireland out. We are the ones who separated Northern Ireland. Don't try and blame this on the EU when it was us. It was our decision to do this. So, yeah, really funny article from the Express. 2 funny articles, really. So you got a double. What's this one about? Oh, that's about Joe Biden. So, yeah, you guys got a double here. And, this is great stuff here because the ERG are pushing back against the legal action and says the world is watching the EU bully the UK when it's the UK trying to bully the EU and the EU saying, bruv, stop it. You ain't going to win a fight with us. And Ardent threatens to block the UK from major trade bloc. Again, that's going to be one we look at another time, hopefully, if we get there. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is so embarrassing for the UK. But yeah, Brexit has been really showing up the UK for the embarrassments that we have in terms of government. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.